Welcome back to the Late Night News. Now, the sun, the sand and the waves sounds relaxing, doesn't it? However, for those visiting the Chennai Beach Volleyball Challenger 2010 from all over the globe, it was like stepping into a frying pan. If you don't believe me just yet, take a look.
What does it take to play beach volleyball in Chennai? Stand in the sun and melt into the wind? Quite literally, only at this Chennai Challenger, the wind is knocked out of the picture as the empty stands act as a barrier on all four sides. How are you finding the Chennai climate? Do you think it's affecting your gameplay?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, no, not a little. I think it was really hard to play in this condition. Because at the moment in Czech Republic, which we come from, is not 10 degrees, 8 degrees. And we arrived yesterday, so it's a huge change for this month.
The championship saw some tall figures dominating the competition, with the United States seeded 18th in the world thrashing the higher seeded duo from Belarus. But the fact of the matter remains that these American giants are still vulnerable under Chennai's burning heat.
We do have a very strong tour back home, a lot of good players, so we train against very good players. However, everybody here, we respect them and we don't take anything lightly.
All right, so that is a diplomatic answer. But what about you? Do you think the climate is treating you well?
Well, the climate is what it is. So I think it's another opponent to play against. Every team has to deal with it, and I'm glad that we dealt with it good today. I mean, we're exhausted.
What of the Indian slammers seeded 31? Sad but true that they played face-off with the second-seeded Germans, concluding in an evident loss. Even the shoreline heat couldn't play advantage India this time around. It's hot and it's humid under the scorching Chennai sun right here at the Elliott's Beach, and that's something Chennai is definitely known for. But all the volleyball players right here at the Chennai Challenger 2010 definitely have to thank their lucky stars so that they don't get to burn their feet, especially since there's water being sprayed all over the sand in between, before and after their matches. But most importantly, they seem to be enjoying the experience right here in Chennai, whether it's hot or not. In Chennai, Natasha for NDTV Hindu.
Well, I guess it just only adds up to that tough competition. Now on to some entertainment news. The soldier of the future is here. The exoskeleton manufactured by a US company translates fiction into reality. That too by increasing the strength of a man, enabling him to do the work of 3 men all alone. So as you brace yourself for the Rajni starrer Endiran, remember the robo coming up right now is actually going to turn it into reality very soon.
The future is here. The limits of human endurance stretched by science. This is the new EXO-2, an exoskeleton that makes man a superman.
The EXO-2 is more fluid and stronger. I don't feel the strength, but I know I can pick up more. The big deal is that it takes a lot less power at the same time.
Inspired by Marvel Comics' Iron Man, making fiction reality. Even inspiring Rajni starrer Endiran. But the big question that everyone's asking?
What are some of the ways that a suit like this would be used in a theater of operations?
Well, there are two main focuses. One is like the combat variant, which would actually be just from the legs down, and it would support a backpack to lighten the soldier's load. The other variant is logistics. Clearly lifting weights in the battlefield, like water bottles and food rations and munitions and that sort of thing, is not a stretch from lifting a 200-pound barbell, which is tough to do. And
a lot if you're me, but a lot less if you're me in this suit.
Well, exactly.
So you're lifting armaments and various things that weigh a lot with this.
The sci-fi-inspired exoskeleton is being primarily designed for the United States Army to help troops fighting in hostile territory like Iraq and Afghanistan, even the remote reaches of Pakistan, all in an attempt to help troops launch an assault better and reduce casualties.
We'd expect them to appear in theater probably in about 5 years for the tethered version, and perhaps 3 to 5 years in addition to that for a non-tethered version.
So as the Chennai audience warms up to Rajni's Endiran, remember, the fiction on 70mm is getting translated into superhuman realities in the United States. It's time for the machines to supplement muscle with some raw hydraulic power. Sai Manish for NDTV Hindu.
Well, quite some technology there, but that will be made available in 5 years' time to the defence forces. Now, staying with sports news, the men in blue are in for an image makeover. Mahendra Singh Dhoni's team India is all set to be seen in a brand new attire after their official apparel sponsor Nike unveiled their new one-day kit. Nike practically had half the Indian team, including Sachin Tendulkar and Virender Sehwag, launching the new blue colours. Nike has also launched a massive Bleed Blue campaign to support Team India for the 2011 World Cup, which will be co-hosted by the subcontinents India, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Now, cross an auto rickshaw and a tricycle, and what do you have? Well, the answer to that is an eco ride. Feast Your Eyes on the world's first eco-friendly cabs, modeled to be completely emission-free, green and highly efficient alternative means of transport. And what's more is that it's completely free. Launched at the Marina Beach earlier today, these blue buggies can fly a maximum distance of 2 kilometers. It won't be long before you spot these smart cabs in high-density areas like Chennai Central, Ananagar and the Tidal Park. Well, only hope you won't have to bargain as much as you do with the auto rickshaws. Now, it's almost raining birthdays right here on NDTV Hindu. As we end this bulletin, we have a special wish for a diva of Tamil cinema. Actress Khushbu is the birthday baby today. From the NDTV Hindu family, here's wishing her a successful career in films and the new innings in politics ahead. We leave you with this special video. Thanks for watching. Good night.
கொண்டையில் தாழம்பூ நெஞ்சிலே வாழப்பூ கூடையில் என்னப்பூ குஷ்பு என் குஷ்பு ஒன்னாட்டம் தோம்பட யாரடி